Hey guys, how's it going? I recently finished a project called the Fodorcaster, and I've gotten some questions about how it's built and what exactly it is, so I thought I'd make this video to answer some of those questions. Let's check it out. Hey guys, the concept to understand first is that the Fodorcaster is what's called a MIDI controller. And as you can see here, MIDI controllers are just buttons and knobs and pads, I guess you can say, arranged in a convenient way to control music software. They aren't synthesizers, they aren't their own sounds, they just translate information between software and hardware. So what I did here is I made an Ableton set this is actually a very similar Ableton set than what I used for the performance in that video. But as you can see, I have different tracks that do different things, such as drum beats and some guitar channels, and then a looper, and then on the master channel I have a filter and this thing called a beat repeat. Now what I did was I was able to assign these functions, like turning on and off the beat repeat and triggering the drum loops and stuff like that, by pressing buttons on the Fodorcaster. And so how that works is, as you can see here, the picture on the right is the Arduino Uno, and we can actually skip that. If you're really interested, we can get into that later. But as you can see on the left, there's some buttons and some knobs that control whatever you want, not exactly a specific thing, but whatever you want to do in Ableton or any other music software. So on this picture on the lower horn that I'm moving my mouse around right now, these two buttons control different guitar channels. That's what I decided to be the most functional at that point. And then this button killed the looper. This was a master volume. And then over here, this was a filter. There was some beat repeat, beat matching stuff going on. And I think I even use this as a lead channel. Over here, if my computer decides to click it, that'd be great. Just another close-up on the section on the right and my terrible soldering job. And on the left, you can see the section that was hidden behind the headstock. Now what this does, those little tiny buttons were used to trigger drum loops without really anybody noticing or having to move any positions. And the middle button controlled the looper. So this way I can trigger drum loops and turn the looper on and off without really changing any functionality of my, moving my hands around or doing anything weird. It was all kind of effortless if you look at the video. If that still wasn't unclear, I'd like to talk to you guys about it if you're still curious. I also just suggest going back and look at my other video. Maybe some of that will clear it up by watching me, do some of those things again. Moving forward, I really want to make this more of a final product. So it's using this stuff called polymorph. And it's a moldable plastic that I threw together with a soldering iron and stuff like that. So feel free to leave comments, concerns, questions, and thanks for watching.